All right, welcome back to season 2 of our show. We got a beautiful one for you today. It's shrimp on the barbecue. We're going to show you how to get these de-shelled, seasoned up, and out onto the cooker. Stick around, don't go anywhere. So we're skewing up some shrimp today, and we're just going to show you something a little bit about these shrimp. So these are called 1620s, and a lot of people don't know how you pick out your shrimp, but they come frozen in the bag. They look like this. This is how I buy my shrimp, and I freeze them. So these are 1620s. That means that there's 16 to 20 shrimp in the bag. The lower number you go, if you want, for example, 510, that means there's 5 to 10 shrimp in the bag. The lower number that you go, the bigger they get. So this is a jumbo bag, 1620. If I was to go, let's say 2025, I would have a smaller shrimp, but I'd have a lot more, 20 to 25 in the bag. And that's how you want to look at that. These are 1 pound bags. So you take them out, you put them in cold water, unthaw them, and that's what they do. So most of the time when you go to your local market, you go to the supermarkets, they'll take them, they'll put them in water, and they'll charge you more money. So for example, this might cost me $7 a pound. If the butcher or the fish man were to take these, open them up, put them in water, and put them into display and lay them out just like this, guess what? You're going to pay about $12 to $13 a pound, or anything like 10 or 12 or whatever traffic can bear. You're going to pay that price for those. So you want to buy them like that. Defrost your own shrimp. Most of the shrimp that come into this country, 99% of the shrimp that come into this country are frozen. They come from countries like Indonesia and Thailand and places like that. But if you can get an American brand, you always want to go for an American brand. I support America. I love our country, and that's what I do. So let's get this going. We're going to show you how to get these out of the shell. Now these are peeled, and these are not peeled, but they're deveined. And they take the vein out for you, and they'll split the shell for you. If you don't get them, now this says on the package here, it says easy peel, shell on, tail on. I cook mine with the tail on. I keep them juicy. What they'll do is they'll split them, and you have to take off just the peel, just like that. And I'll leave the tail on. Let's put that in the bowl. And that's the way you want to grill your shrimp, and leave this on, because this will help to keep the shrimp juicy. So let me just show you real quick. Now, if you didn't have it like that, and you didn't have an easy peel, you would have to peel the whole shell, take your knife, cut it, devein it. That means take out the bad stuff from inside, and peel the whole thing yourself. So this way, when they're deveined, you can just fly through them. And if you wanted to cook these with the shell on, you could. And they stay juicy, but you'll just have to peel them afterwards. So we're peeling them today. Just like that. Let's do another one just to show you. They split the back for you. And when I see shrimp on sale, I'll buy them. I'll throw them in my freezer, and they'll last up until 6 months without getting too crazy in there. And if you see a lot of ice in the bag, don't worry about it. Most shrimp, when you freeze something like meat, everything expands, and you'll kind of blow out all the vessels in it, and this is why you don't freeze meat. But shrimp, it's a different beast altogether. It won't do that. So any kind of shellfish that you freeze, or most fishes that you freeze, it'll last a lot longer, or it'll take on to the freezing process a lot better than anything like red meat or pork chops or stuff like that. So especially red meat, you don't want to freeze your red meat. If you have to, you have to, but I don't freeze any of my red meat. So we're gonna get this off to the side. I'm just going to show you how to skew these up. I'm just going to do a couple of them. Now I'm soaking these wooden skewers. I'm using wood today because it's just a fast cook. I'm going to soak these, which I did already, in water. And the reason why you're soaking them in water is because when they go onto the grill, they don't burn up and you don't catch fire. So if you do have some fire on them, if you're going over charcoal, today we're using a gas grill. It's hot outside, it's 100 degrees, and it's the south. So we're going easy today, and we're using a gas grill. So we're just gonna skew them up like that. Very simple. And I make sure all the tails are in the same direction. Just like that. And just skew them right through. So we're gonna get to skewing these up, and we're gonna meet you right back here. I'll show you how to season this. So stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, we got our shrimp all skewered up, and we're just gonna go in with our seasoning. So we made a little rub here. This has got some garlic powder, onion powder, a little paprika, a touch of oregano. There's no salt in any of this. Now, these shrimp come in frozen. They already have salt in there, so I never ever salt my shrimp. Let's get it on. Just go very light. Like I said, there's no salt in here, so it definitely helps with the seafood. And I'm gonna give it a little of spray oil afterwards. Gotta just flip this over to that side. Now, this is why I like my other skewers, because when you have the two skewers in, it's a lot easier to flip over without them spinning around. All right, let's coat that side. Doesn't matter, just get it on. Whether you hit it with the rub first or the oil first. Usually if you go with the, these are wet, so usually if you go with the oil first, the seasoning won't really bond to your meat. Now, with seafood, it's a little bit different. It doesn't matter if you go with the oil first or if you go with the rub first. All right, and there it is. Very simple. Easy meal. All right, we're gonna meet you out under the cooker. Stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, we're rolling infrared today. Let's get these on. All right, here we go. Now I'm using my infrared because I want some fast cooking time. I'm going to start a little low and just let them cook nice and easy. That's what we're looking for. Nice, easy cook. All right, I'm going to close it back up and we'll meet you right back here. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so we're cooking these real hot now. We're at about 600. And I want these to remain nice and juicy for me. I'm gonna put my top rack down. In a couple of seconds and get these all to the top rack. Depending how they cook, or I'll just bring them in. But a couple more minutes, they should be right on the money. All right, we're about done here. We're gonna bring these in and we're gonna meet you on the chopping block. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're just going to show you a quick garlic onion bread to go along with these beautiful shrimp. So right here we have our garlic. Now we're making garlic onion bread, so garlic is the star of our show today. This is how I'm going to slice up the garlic. Just going to smash it like that. Just crush them all. Get them all crushed up. Now it might look like a lot of garlic, but my family, we're garlic lovers. And this is not a lot of garlic at all. Especially we got 4 cups of flour here. So just get it all nice and crushed up. The reason why we're smashing it is because it releases the flavor. And then we're going to give it a chop afterwards. Now we're not going to mince it because we want to find nice pieces of garlic in our bread. Get it back on there. So I've been making this bread for probably close to 20 years now. And I don't think I've changed a thing with the garlic. And usually sometimes I'll go with just straight up garlic and won't even put the onion. But you can pretty much put whatever you like in. We have a video where we made a bread just with just the onion. Now that's the great thing about making bread, fried bread, which we're doing today, is that it's fast, quick, and easy. No yeast, and you don't have to wait for the bread to rise. So this recipe calls for 4 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Doesn't get any more simpler than that. So let's just cut this up real quick. Just a quick chop. You can see that we're not going to go too fine with this. And just like that. Let's get those nice chunks of garlic. Let's see. That's about it. I'll call that a day. And we're going in with our scallions. So get them down nice and small. And just remember, it's not scallion bread, it's garlic bread. Garlic onion bread. So the onion's in just a hint of that onion flavor and some color. There we go. So that's the way you want it, just like that. So we're going to start with our flour. It's 4 cups going in. Baking powder, 2 tablespoons, and our salt, just like that. So let's get this over. I'm going to give it a quick mix. Now we're going to judge this out. Here's our water. I'm going to get it very soupy first. Just in the middle. Then I'm going to start to incorporate my flour. So I'm going to get it nice and soupy like that. And then I'm going to start to work my flour in. Just working those sides in. It's like a blender, just doing it with your hand. This takes no time once you get the hang of it. You just don't want to use too much water. See, now it's still sticky like that, but you can incorporate some more flour into it. Basically, it's just a one-hand motion. Get a little bit more water in there. And if you mess up your ratios, you can always go more flour or water. But you just don't want to wind up with 10 pounds of bread at the end. So make sure you just kind of make it even. All right, here we go. So we're going to start kneading now. Now I'm going to leave some of this flour off to the side. Judge it if I still need it. Now when we get it like that, we're going to start to put our onions and our garlic in. Just like that. That's going to bring more moisture to the bread. And you'll judge that out. All right, here we go. Just incorporate it right into the dough. Just like that. Just pick it all up. You want it to the point where it's just falling out of the bread or falling out of the dough, which will be falling out of the bread when we get it into bread form. So there it is. Let me get some of this out of my fresh flour. There it is, to the point where it starts to come off your hand. Just like that. All right, so we're gonna get a little flour onto our cutting board. I'm just using the same cutting board as I cut things up on. I'm just gonna work that dough a little bit more. And then we're just gonna, you can take your knife and cut them into sections, just like this. That's one, that'd be two, 3, 4, and 5. All right, get it on your cutting board, pat it down in the flour, just like that, and she's ready to fry. So I'm going to put this one off to the side. Let's get the other one in there. And we're going to meet you right back here onto the stove with the fryer up. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, so we got our oil heated up. Let's get this in. Let's test this oil. A little flour. Flour and the oil sizzles. Let's get it in. So I'm just going to go like that. Drop in the first one. And we're going to do the same thing with the second one. I hold the back and just kind of use the spatula to drop her in. This is the great thing about frying bread. Simple, easy. This whole thing must have took us about 10 minutes from start to finish with the kneading and chopping the onions and the garlic. Very simple way to go. Now I have this on high right now. As this oil starts to heat up, I'm gonna kind of put it on low, but you definitely need a high heat for this. This bread can take that abuse. We're just gonna check our bottom. And it still has time to go. It fries up pretty quick. They're about 3 minutes aside, and we'll meet you back here when we flip them. Don't go anywhere. Okay, time to flip these. So I'm using a double spatula just to turn them over. There you go. And just get the oil in the spots. Just like that bubble up. Like this spot right here. The spot's not really done. And you'll get it in there, and it'll start to bubble up in there. Just give it a little oil, help it along. That's it. Alright, so we're going to get to frying these up. And we're going to meet you back here. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. So we got our first batch out. I'm just going to show you this. Nice, beautiful garlic and onion bread. And it's hot. So let's just break into that. And there you have it. Look at that. Beautiful, light, crunchy, fluffy. Let's take a bite. Wow. That's good. You can actually see all the onions in there. And all that garlic. Fantastic bread. You have to give this a shot. All right, we're going to meet you right back here. Don't go anywhere. Last batch, we're ready to pull these. I just want to show you how these guys look. Beautiful. You can make some big, some small, doesn't matter. Just get them out that hot oil. And a good tip, when you're done with the grease, stick it in your oven. This way it's out of the way and no accidents happen. All right, there you have it. We'll meet you on the chopping block. Don't go anywhere. All right, here we are, season 2's chopping block once more. Let's show you what we got. Look at those beautiful shrimp. So we're just going to get right into here. Let's take one of these guys. Before we put it on a plate, I'm going to try one. Just peel it right off of the skewer. Look at that. Juicy, moist. Right on point. Excellent. Not dried out or overcooked. Perfect. All right, let's show you what this looks like on a plate. Now we made a nice crab salad. And if you guys want to see this crab salad, I'm going to leave a link in the description to go over and check out our new channel, Side Dishes and More. And you'll see this beautiful crab salad being made there. It's a must watch, so don't forget to do that. You can even find the channel link right down below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, please. All right. So we're going to get a little bit more of this onto the plate. And just want to kind of square it off. Just like that. All right, let's get our shrimp on. I'm going to plate these guys up just like that. Make sure we got plenty on there for everybody. And we're going to just follow this off with this nice piece of fried bread. That's that fried bread that we made. And there it is. Very simple summer dish. And this is how I like to eat for the summertime. Nice and light, simple, and easy. You make this, I promise you, your guests will love it. All right, we're going to get organized and we're going to meet you right back here. Don't go anywhere. All right, and there it is, grilled skewered shrimp with homemade crab pasta salad, some fried bread. And if you like this video, and more videos are about to come, please hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell, this way you get the notifications first. And don't forget to check out our new channel, Side Dishes and More. Thank you, we enjoyed having you. And with no further ado, gotta get that little Pitmaster taste there.